Hello guys, welcome back to a new video in JavaScript series. In this video, we're going to learn how to display the time to the user because sometimes we need to display the current time to the user in our web page, okay, and how to work with the time. And in the last video, we have seen some important date methods and how to display the date to the user. If you have not seen that video, please go ahead and watch that, okay, and then you can come back to this video. So friends, you can see here to display the time and manage the time, we need to use the same date object and its predefined methods and properties. So here, even to work with the time, we have the same date constructor, okay, and its predefined methods and properties. So we need to use them and we can manage the time, okay. So let's create a date object first. So I'll take a variable d, and here we need to write new and then capital D and then a. So this is the date constructor, okay, and now I'll print this in the console. So here let's write d and let's go to Google now. So you can see guys, we got Thursday, June 10th, 2021. So this is the time I am recording this video. You can see 10th June, Thursday, 2021. Okay, so that is what it is showing. Now let's focus on this thing, that is time. You can see now it is showing the current time 12, 22, 13 seconds, 14 seconds, but it is not changing dynamically, okay, because it's static. So if you refresh it, now you can see the seconds has changed. So every time we need to refresh if you want to see the change in that seconds because it's not dynamic, okay. So now let's go to VS Code. So guys, let's see one method, that is get time, okay. So I'll write console.log d, and then we have one method, that is get time, okay. Let's open the parenthesis and close this. Now let's go to Google. So now we can see we got some strange numbers. So friends, these are nothing but, let's go to VS Code. So here returns time in milliseconds, okay, from Jan 1, 1970, okay. So now these all strange numbers are nothing but they are the milliseconds, okay, they are the milliseconds from the time it was created. That means in Jan 1, 1970, okay. And now let me show you that. So here I will pass a number something like 0. Now it will print January 1, 1970, okay, we have seen that in the last video. So this is the time JavaScript is going to consider the starting point for the date and time, okay. So that's why when we pass a single argument in this, it will always show this starting point, and also time always starts from this starting point, okay. So that's why you can see here time is 0. We got now, just now we have seen some strange numbers here, some milliseconds. Now we have only 0 because from that point time started counting. So that's why we got 0 and we have the starting time January 1, 1970, okay. Now let's remove this, and now we can see we'll get some milliseconds again. So that means from January 1, 1970 we have passed these many seconds, I mean these many milliseconds, okay. So that is about get time method, okay. Now let's see some more methods where we can able to show only hour, minutes and seconds, okay. So the first one we're gonna see is hours. So for that, let's write console.log, and here I will write d dot get hours, okay, and open the parenthesis. So let's open. Now we can say I got 12. That means the current hour now it is running 12, right? So that's why we got current hour as 12, and it is also static. Even if time goes to 1, it will not change until we refresh, okay. So that's how it works. And also one more thing friends, so here it will calculate hours from 0, okay, something like 0 to 23, okay, like that. Now let's see the minutes. I'll write here minutes. Here I'll write console.log d dot, we have the same method, just we need to change to minutes, get minutes, open the parenthesis, and now let's go to console. So now we can see we got 26th minute, that is, you can see right now it is 26th minute, okay. Now it has changed it to 27, but still we are not getting anything here. For that we need to refresh. Now we'll get 27 because it's static, okay. So now let's go back. Now let's see the seconds. Here I write console.log, and here I write get dot. Simply we should pass get seconds and open the parenthesis. So now it will display the seconds. So now right now it is 27 seconds. If I refresh it, 31. If I refresh again, 32. So like that every time we need to refresh it, okay. Now let's print all these things together. Let's print them in the document. So for that we need to take separate variables and store them. Here I will take variable hours, okay, and variable hours equal to d dot get hours. That's it. And let's go to minutes. Here we need to write minutes minutes equal to d dot get minutes, okay, and close that. Again let's go here, store seconds also, seconds equal to d dot get seconds, open the parenthesis. Now we'll print all of these things in the document. So let's write document dot write. Here first we need to write hours and then write plus, let's take quotes and we'll put this colon, and after that again let's take plus. So here we need to write minutes, okay, and again plus and again plus. So here we need to write seconds, okay. So let's go to document now. So guys, you can see here we got 12:29:41. So that's the exact time right now it is running, 12:29:48. So if I refresh it, now it will change to 50. So now we understood how to display the time to the user. So the problem here is it is not changing dynamically. That means user is going to confuse with this static time, right? So for that we have to learn about one more method. So we'll see that in the next video. I hope you understood how to display the time and some basic methods of time. Okay, please consider subscribing friends. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.